Listen, we got breaking news to discuss involving LaMelo Ball, MB1, the one of one. Listen, the Charlotte Hornets, they have completely wrapped up the season, is all she wrote. This season completely went up in smokes, to be honest with you. It didn't go as planned, but nonetheless, here we are. LaMelo Ball is being asked with a lot of different questions, and a lot of people want answers. People want to know, is he staying or is he going? I don't know, but the media, to me, they was a little bit tricky today down at the office, and I don't know what's going on. But if you read the tea leaves, they maybe are sending signals that something could transpire. The Charlotte Hornets finished 14th in the Eastern Conference. They very well could get the number one overall pick and select Cooper Flag. This draft is pretty deep. That's what they claim. So the Hornets should get a decent player, but finishing 19 to 63 is crazy. I want to get into some talks of what LaMelo Ball said. Listen here, it's Flight Sports TV.
And just being here, I loved it. I mean, the fans is amazing. Just the living situation has been amazing. Everything's been solid. So all that you need to leave and this and that. I mean, when you build something, it's never just gonna pop up and be the best thing. So you got to stay there, work it out, do what you're gonna do, and see what happens. If you're gonna try to make it work, you know what I'm saying? And
So that's what LaMelo Ball says. So he's talking about, and this is pretty consistent at what he has always pretty much said, and staying there and helping building a situation. A lot of people want to come into an already made situation. LaMelo was willing to go through the growing pains. I want to read. I want to also play you something where I felt a reporter was really pushing the line. Hey, listen here.
Does it bother you when people say you should be in a different market, like you shouldn't be here? Does it bother you when people try to put stuff like that out there in your head?
My bother, like if I don't eat, I ain't got the meal, I'll call my people. Hopefully some food, something like that. So all the bothering like that don't bother me. Bother me like stuff throughout the day. The dog piss on the floor or something, shit bother me, little stuff like that. But telling me to go somewhere or do this, or nah.
Does it? Again, it doesn't bother you, but do you get, I guess, annoyed by it that people try to push you out of here when?
I feel like if you get annoyed, I mean you bothered by it. So
Yeah, so you got these reporters. They are basically pushing the line, asking him, is he being bothered, and then why are you even putting that stuff out in the atmosphere? You know, this is supposed to be your franchise guy. Obviously, is gonna listen. LaMelo's the face of the franchise. The season is over. It's chalked up. Eyes and antennas, they looking at LaMelo. You understand? Despite all of the pitfalls that these guys went through with the injuries and this, that, and the third, not having Brandon Miller truly impacted them. Brandon Miller is the truth and a half. So if you don't have Brandon Miller at your disposal, I mean, that's pretty horrifying. And you seen what happened when he was unavailable. LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets, man, they really just it was just fool's gold this season. They misdrafted. I don't care what nobody says. We could talk this, we could talk that, but there were ready-made guys that they could have got in there. We could have got a Dalton Connect. We could have got a Boo Zillis. I mean, all of these things is the reason why the Charlotte Hornets are here right now while we are standing. It's not just TJ and Salon. I know a lot of people, that rock with the Hornets. Y'all got this love affair, with Mr. TJ. But we just got to call it how we see it, ladies and gentlemen. There were other guys that could have came in here and made an impact and helped LaMelo, helped Brandon Miller, helped Miles Bridges, because Miles Bridges had himself a nice season. To me personally, I don't think you look at LaMelo to move him. I think you got to get more pieces around him. Obviously, you have Miller. Let's see what happens in this draft. Everybody wants to, because we got, before we move into the draft, remember LaMelo name was floated around before De'Aaron Fox went to San Antonio. San Antonio contacted Charlotte, to discuss a deal for LaMelo. They wanted LaMelo and Wemby together. You understand? It wasn't supposed to be Fox and Wemby. I just want everybody to understand. Let's put this into perspective right now. You understand? So if the Charlotte Hornets turned that deal down, who's to say they're going to continue to turn deal after teams are calling? That was just one reported deal by the Spurs. Lord knows who else has been called. And I bet the Clippers called. I bet the Lakers tried something. I'm telling you, teams are making a fast approach towards LaMelo. And if you look at the Charlotte Hornets, look at the guys that have left. Most of them outside of Rozier, um, they all pretty much excelled in their since they left, and did well, showed that they can play in a winning situation. PJ Washington, he damn near won a championship. You understand? You seen what Nick Richards did. He made an impact when he got to Phoenix. The list goes on. So people are saying, hey man, what if we get Miles Bridges in our system? Then what he gonna look like? What if we go get LaMelo and put him in our system? What is he gonna look like? What if you get LaMelo in a Miami Heat culture? I'm not saying he's gonna go to Miami, but I'm just talking about that kind of organization. No matter what happens with LaMelo, hopefully the Charlotte Hornets could get it together. They get the number one overall pick. They bring back their guys. Maybe they make a trade. Who knows? But that's best case scenario. Whatever happens, worst case, if he has to, and I wouldn't even say worst case for the Charlotte Hornets, if he left, listen, LaMelo has to go to a franchise that the organization is solid from top to bottom. You got everything in position, the GM, the president, the coach, everything got to be solidified. It can't be, it can't be a wishy-washy, organization. He got to go to a solid coach, a winning franchise. You look at and Fox, to me, I think he rolling the dice out there. We don't know what's going on with Popovich. Who's to say he's ever coming back? We don't know what these guys. You see, they missed the playoffs. We don't know what these guys' health is going to look like for years to come. So maybe LaMelo met you. Who knows if he dodged a bullet here? We don't know. But there's more stuff that will be coming out. It was a lot of exit interviews today. It's Flight Sports TV. We're going to be bringing coverage. We got the playoffs coming around the corner. You already know what it is. Make sure you hit the like button if you're new. Most definitely hit the subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. This was a breaking news report on LaMelo Ball, MB1, the one of one.